So as I mentioned again yesterday, relationship. Let me see. People relate on 3 levels. Relationship itself. In the Jewish custom, a man had 2 natures, the good and the bad. So the good elevates you, the bad drags you down. And life is described in a constant struggle. That's 1. Relationship itself. Relationship with others. 2. In the ancient world, there was a constant tension between Jews and Gentiles, and even the Temple of Jerusalem was divided to accommodate the Gentiles because there were different courts for the Gentiles and the women and the priests. So that's another way how you relate. Everybody was not equal. Right? The Gentiles could not move in a certain go into the inner court. They had to remain outside. Right? And this created massive upheaval and constant strife. One had to always be extremely cautious. So makers of peace tried to destroy this hostility, this jealousy, this rivalry. The disciples, who is the greatest? Right? The 12 were arguing. Only Jesus can create the right relationship among people. We were created to have and to maintain a sound relationship with God. However, we try to hide from Him. Genesis chapter 3 verse 8. Where are you? I heard your voice and I became afraid of you. As mentioned earlier, only Jesus can produce the right relationship. John's Gospel chapter 14 verse 9. Thus, He is the promise that they are called the children of God. In Hebrew, this is expressed in the following way: to be acknowledged as children of God, to receive the status of being children of God, to be owned by God, to be regarded by God as a child. And so when we talk about I am God's child, it involves all of the above, right? The promise, children of God, to be acknowledged as children of God. You're acknowledged, you receive the status of being children of God, you're owned by God, and you are regarded as children of God. Now, when we say, it is more accurate to say sons of God. I think there's also a song like that, eh? Sons of God, here is holy word, gather, right? Rather than children of God. You see, sometimes we try the inclusive language and it doesn't really hold all the time. This is because Hebrew language is deficient in adjectives. For example, there are no adjectives in Psalm 23. Of course, the English will question that. To compensate, Hebrew use a word like sons of plus some virtues or qualities instead of an adjective. So Barnabas is called son of consolation because he's a consoling and comforting man. James and John are regarded as sons of thunder because they had a thunderous and a stormy character. So a man is called son of peace because he is a peaceful and well-disposed man. Son of God means to be godlike. We are correct to mention, then we can say, blessed are those who produce the right relationship in every sphere of life, for they are doing a godlike work. God is called a God of peace because He is the establisher of the right relationship between Himself and us. Those who toil, labor, and pray to correct the relationship are referred to as godlike people. So we close off there today.